Gaz, why Spurs? How did you become a Spurs fan?
Don't really know exactly. I think quite a few of our mates were Man United, Liverpool fans. I've never really been a big fan of red either. Yourself, LJ, and Showbiz were Tottenham fans, so it's kind of. I think that's pretty much how I got into it from there. Kind of wanted to be a little bit different from the others, I guess, as well.
I'm claiming you.
Yeah,
a young, handsome lad moved to the area called LJ, and he converted you into a Tottenham fan. That's what we like to hear.
Also, I like the way Tottenham play football as well.
Yeah, I managed to convert Big Gay Al as well, and Nick, our mate from school. So I was like on a recruitment drive, I think, when I go over here. Your first home game, score and the score.
Home game.
What do you remember most about it?
Well, in fact, it was my first home game. It was awesome to go into White Hart Lane. We played Everton, and I believe we drew 3-3, 90-91 season. I think Lineker scored and possibly Paul Stewart, but I honestly can't remember. Shall I Google it while I'm talking?
We'll give Jens a quiz on it next week. It'll be fine.
I'll Google.
We'll find out all about it from Jens next week. We'll do a quiz on that as well.
But yeah, I went up with Showbiz and his dad. Drove up that. Oh no, it was a midweek game. I think it was a Wednesday, possibly. But yeah, I was hooked from that point onwards.
What do you remember about going into White Hart Lane for the first time?
Well, obviously you see White Hart Lane on TV, but when you actually see it up close and real, it's a special moment. Walking into that stadium, seeing the pitch, smelling the pitch as well. Yeah, and I was only 14, 15 at the time, so I was possibly a little bit late into going to Tottenham, but I was still, hooked from that point onwards.
First away game.
Just the thing on that game, you're right. It was Paul Stewart, Paul Allen, and Jeff Minton who scored for us.
Oh,
apparently,
Jeff Minton.
And we were
fucking hell, you have to do a quiz on him as well.
I don't think there'd be much to talk about, to be honest.
It's going to be one long quiz next week. Yeah, so we were 3-0 up at half time apparently, and then Beardsley scored 2 and David Unsworth got an equaliser. So
did you have a Jeff Minton shirt, Gaz?
No.
Jeff
Minton shirt. Do you think we even sold one of those ever?
Apart from the one to Gazza. Jeff Minton.
Christ.
So typical Spurs then. We with how what we 3-0 up where we read?
3-0 up at half time. Yeah.
I should have known from that point to get out.
Typical start to the Spurs career.
Apparently it was 1-0 until like the 42nd minute. Then we scored 2 in a couple of minutes allegedly, and then 3-0 up at half time, and then 3-3.
Oh dear! What an introduction, eh? A sign of things to come. Your first away game, Gaz?
I think it was QPR away. I can't remember what year. Although I went to Old Trafford, I think that was 92. So it might have been the same sort of season, or around about the same sort of time. From, if memory serves, it might have been 2-1 to us against QPR.
Rez, get on the case.
I've got 90 in 92. We lost to them 4-1 at Loftus Road. I'm just checking each season. Hold on. Then no, that's at home. I'm keep looking. You keep looking.
Yeah.
I'll keep looking.
Maybe it was the Man United game then, because we lost that 4-1 at Old Trafford.
Okay. Let me have a look at that.
We scored in the last minute.
Who so maybe that was. Can you remember? Was it Jeff Minton?
No, it wasn't. It was
Scorcher.
Kevin Dearden.
It might have been Barnby. I don't know.
Hold on, I can't remember.
Rez has got.
I remember Dennis Irwin scored against us in that game.
Dennis Irwin, not his favourite player.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Not a year.
Yeah, that was the game. Yeah,
go on.
I was saying about on the group earlier. We got the train up through the club.
Ah, right.
Otherwise, I've always made my own way to games.
When we were at school, I used to rave on about Cantona and Lee Sharp and Giggs and that, all the expressive players. So we called him Dennis Irwin. That's how he got his nickname, Dennis. We used to call him Dennis at school. A little bit of trivia for you on Not McCare.
One of
He
his
hated
many
it.
nicknames.
Yeah, he hated it. Yeah. First Spurs shirt, Gaz.
It would have been from that 1991 season. Although I haven't got it now. I've got the 91-92, so the shirt we wore in the cup final that season was the first time when we went over to Umbro.
You got that yellow one, haven't you?
And the yellow one, yeah, home and away.
Yeah, I found that 4-1.
Yeah.
It would have been 92-93.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been scorers for Man U were Cantona, Irwin, McClare, and Parker. And Barmby got a consolation in the 88th
Paul
minute.
Parker and fucking Dennis Irwin. What the hell were Tottenham playing at?
Not just that,
Jesus
Irwin also.
Christ.
Irwin not only scored, he got an assist as well.
Oh, Jesus.
Says it all.
Lads, it's only Spurs. Yeah.
But do you know what? Here's the weird thing. Do you know what the attendance was at Old Trafford?
42,000.
Only 35,000.
You know why? Because they were upgrading the stadium.
Oh, was that in the middle of their redevelopment? Oh, of course it was. Yeah, that was when they were turning their commercial thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, our allocation was around about 600. If I remember rightly, it was 621, our allocation.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
And we were surrounded by Man United fans, front, sides, and back.
Anything
That's
thrown at
like
you?
a little pen. Yeah, all sorts.
Piss and
constantly
stuff.
throughout the whole game, yeah.
Bloody Max. And he went with the official Tottenham touring party.
Yeah.
Didn't you? Like the bus
Police escort from the train station to the ground on a coach or coaches, and then police escort to the actual turnstile.
How far up?
It's like they were expecting trouble.
Yeah, were you high up in the stands, or was it?
No, we were in the lower tier.
Oh, cool.
Well, I mean, it was only a few years after Hillsborough and all of the hooliganism stuff, so they were still they still treat us like that now, but they were treating us like sheep back then. Any fan, any football fan, peaceful or otherwise.
Which year did you say? Yes,
that was
92, 93.
Yeah,
because I know that a Spurs fan got killed during a fight at Seven Sisters Station against Man U, but I think that was mid 90s. Mid 80s.
That's true. Yeah.
So,
it's been.
I think it was a Leeds fan, but
what was it, Kev?
I think it was a Leeds fan.
That was a Spurs fan got killed against Man United because they stopped the escalator at Seven Sisters while the fight was going on. So everyone and he fell back and died, and so there was quite a lot of aggro between the two sets of fans, I believe. But,
Bloody Max.
Johnny was leading the way as usual.
Gaz, first Spurs hero as a child.
I suppose probably Clive Allen because of his scoring exploits in the late 80s, really. Ben Oddle. We had some decent players for around about that time as well. Also remember wanting to go and see Gascoigne play and Lineker. And as per last week's conversation, Eric Torsett was in goal.
Yeah,
Viking.
91, yeah. Favourite all-time Spurs player?
God, that's a tough one. There's a few out there. Always love watching Ledley King play. Just a shame he was obviously curtailed by injuries. Van der Vaart, I used to love watching him because he felt like what a Tottenham fan playing for his own club would be. He got it instantly with us. Sonny, as you know, OJ, I love Sonny.
Yeah, Sonny.
Yeah.
Who are you going for then?
So,
Favourite all-time Spurs player?
It's a tricky one. Favourite all-time.
Between your favourite children, is it?
I've only got one, and I don't like her much. Only kidding. Most disliked.
I'll let you go with Ledley, Sonny. Who was your other one there?
Yeah, Van der Vaart.
Van der Vaart, yeah. Your most disliked player, apart from Arsene Campbell.
well, quite recently it was Dyer, but he was nowhere near Mr. Arsehole.
Has he won you back around? Has he?
Sorry.
Has he won you back around, Dyer?
No, I'm just giving a fair crack at the whip with 3 clean sheets and looking half decent this season.
Yeah, but the thing is, even if he does fuck up, he doesn't do it on purpose. He doesn't go to screw the club like Campbell did.
No.
I mean, no one can come close to him. God, that guy.
I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Gallas.
No, you weren't, were you?
Couldn't
hated
warm
Gallas,
to
yeah, I
him
remember
at
that.
all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd have to say William Gallas.
I remember even if he had a good game, you wouldn't cheer him, would you? But you wouldn't boo him, but you wouldn't cheer him either.
I wouldn't clap him, nothing.
No, you wouldn't clap him. No, he didn't like Gallas, did you? I remember that. We'll go with Gallas then, yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if there's anyone higher than him in the list.
Yeah, I think he won you around, didn't he? In the end.
Who, Gallas?
Yeah.
No.
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 If you could go back in time and watch one famous game in Spurs history, which one would it be?
What, in my lifetime?
Any in Spurs' whole history.
I'd love to have been there when the day we won the league in 1961. Would have been nice. Ajax, Champions League a couple of years ago. I would love to have been there. Because me and Nick were actually looking into potentially getting out there for that game. Because I was reading through the messages the other day about how many tanks of fuel it would take to get there and back, Nick.
Yeah, I remember that,
so yeah, Ajax game. I'd say probably mainly those two.
And 91 semi-final, maybe. Props to that. Gazza
I went. Yeah, I didn't go to that, but I went to the 93 one when we got done by Donkey Adams.
It was it scored the goal? Was it Adams?
Adams, yeah.
Your favourite era and team?
Season, but we our last season at the White Hart Lane was pretty good. From watching live.
Yep, it was when you knew when you turned up we were going to win.
Yeah, there was a good buzz around the stadium the whole season. It's just a shame we didn't quite win the league. But...
Most memorable UK away day? Tony the Tiger is coming for you?
Tony the Tiger was not bad. Although I think we drew that game.
Did some good ones at Fulham with Jens.
Yeah, Fulham,
Yeah,
Southampton when we were 1-0 down, 2-1 down, 1-3-2. That was under Tim Sherwood.
Is that when Needham was in the pit?
I'll tell you one, actually, Stoke away. It was their birthday, and what's that programme when the groom has to plan the wedding, and then the bride just turns up. It was don't tell the bride. Yeah, they filmed it. They did their wedding. They did their wedding in front of the Tottenham fans at half time.
Brilliant.
Oh,
And it was brilliant. And about 6 months later, I come in and my missus was watching it. I was at that wedding. And she goes, "What?" I said, "That wedding there on the football pitch. I was at that wedding." She goes, "Shut up." I said, "It's Tottenham Stoke." And we were 1-0 down early doors and we won 2-1. Charlie Allen got sent off. He got a big send off from the Tottenham fans. The little birthday
Charlie
celebration. Yeah. And then, the wedding, that happened. And about 5,000 Tottenham fans singing "Does She Take It Up the Arse" during the ceremony. It's like you got 3/4 of the stadium to do it and you chose our end.
Absolutely mad.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Speaking of the last season at at Spurs.
Yeah.
Oh, you got your seat.
There's a seat.
I got my seat, from the last game against Man U. It's not mine, it's my brother's. He whipped it out for me.
I love the way they did that stupid Levy thing.
Hello, is that police?
I'll try.
Knowing Daniel Levy, I expect a bill.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. He sent out that email saying you can buy your own chair and whatnot. And at the last game, everyone was just ripping them seats, weren't they? Like,
some people came with tools and undid
Yeah,
them.
remember, to unscrew them and break them apart. Yeah.
How do they get them in the ground?
They probably went past that steward who just didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, certain stewards are literally say put your arm out, they'll just touch your armpits and that's it, you're through.
Yeah.
The stewards are probably helping. They're probably setting up stalls.
They're probably
buy your seat.
Buy your screwdrivers here.
Buy a couple of spanners.
Gaz, I'm not sure if you've done any European away days, but the question's on there from previous people from Kev.
Champions League final.
Of course, yeah.
Madrid.
Is that your most memorable one, though?
That's my only European away day.
Yeah. So you're a bad luck. You're a Jonah then. Whenever you go, we lose.
Not always.
100%.
Yeah, 100% record. Which Spurs player got you the most excited when you first heard the news of their signing?
They're on their way.
It's one of them. Klinsmann probably the biggest one.
Yeah, I think most people with our era, Klinsmann. It's out of the blue, wasn't it?
Yeah. I got a little bit excited when they said Bale's going to come back.
That's similar vibes. If you could have scored one famous goal in Tottenham history, which one would it be?
Lucas Moura's third goal in Amsterdam. I think. Good
choice. Which part of the old White Hart Lane was your season ticket in? I obviously know,
South Lower.
And right at the back there, so you could smoke.
Yep.
Yeah.
And stand.
And stand up, yeah. So, but they try and make you sit down. So by the time you got to the middle, you wouldn't bother and then stand up.
No, we used to sing "Stand Up If You're at Arsenal." That was it. They had to start again.
Do you remember I had that dust up with the steward that time because she was trying to make me sit down? I erupted at her because she was like, sit down. I can still hear her voice in my head now. Sit down, please. I said, what is the point in me sitting down? By the time I sit down, Spurs are going to go up the other end. There's going to be a chance and everyone's going to stand up around me. So what is the point in me sitting down in the middle here? She used to make everyone in the middle because I was in the middle. Like everyone sit down on the left, everyone sit down on the right. I just erupted at her one day. I was like, what is the actual point in me sitting down? Because by the time you get to me, something's gonna happen and everyone's gonna stand up again. Fuck off, leave me alone. And then we had Levy sending out emails and threatening to ban people and all sorts of
stickers on the seats as well. That went on for about 4 or 5 years and then all of a sudden they just gave up.
Just left, they gave up, didn't they? What was allowed
to get more now in the new stadium, sort of trying to get people to sit down again?
No, because they put up the safe standing bars, haven't they now?
In the south, of course they have.
Yeah. So
and they don't stand up in the West Stand where I am. That's for certain.
Yeah.
You might spill your shard, mate.
Well, this is it.
What was the loudest?
Do you mind? My cayenne pepper is going everywhere.
What was the loudest atmosphere you ever heard at the Old Lane?
There's been a few. Most of them probably against Arsenal. Chelsea game.
Chelsea was
New Year's Day won it 5-3.
That was good.
That was pretty decent. Yeah.
I think you missed the Harry Kane mask one, didn't you? When he curled it in from the angle. That's the one, the loudest I've ever experienced.
The brother-in-law's wedding that day.
Because we went 1-0 down, didn't we? Equalised, and then Kane scored that one, and we thought we were going to win the league. And then they got that fluky goal where he kicked it into the ground. He scuffed his shot then into the ground. It bounced up over Hugo's hand. Fucking lucky bastard.
Danny Rose, first goal against Arsenal.
I was there right behind that one from where.
I was right behind it.
Yeah. Have you ever got into a game hoping we'd lose to expedite a manager getting sacked?
I wouldn't say hoping, no. I guess it kind of sits at the back of your mind, but it's kind of one of them things. You just still don't want your team to lose, do you? No, I'd say no on that one.
Who would win between Poch's 2017 team, Birkinshaw's 81 team, and Pleat's 1987 team, providing their fitness was all the same?
That's a tough one, isn't it? I see the other lads are getting a bit of a heads up here with the questions to getting their answers in.
Just got too many quizzes to study. He hasn't got time to prepare answers. Enya.
Jeff Minton.
Minton.
I don't know. I'll go with the team that I managed to get to see in real life. So I'll say Poch 2017.
Yeah. And last, a nice easy one for you. Favourite match day Spurs pub?
Yeah. Bell and Air next door.
The Hairy Bell.
Yeah.
Did you ever used to drink in there, Kev? Bell and Hair back in
My
the day?
first place was the Corner Pin. But then
Yeah.
the little backstreet pub on the way back. It was in the back streets on the way to Edmonton. I was trying to think the name of it the other day, and I was going to look it up on Google. Probably not still there. It was a tiny little pub. It was okay though.
I'd have to say the Bell and. Sorry, Kev.
I'll have to look it up and try and find out. Funny.
What was the name of that pub with the little midget women, Gaz? With the two pubs next to each other on the way up on the left.
Is it the
Two
Ship?
Brewers.
The Ship.
Oh, the Ship. Yeah.
Yeah, that little woman. She was there for years, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Used to be two pubs next to each other, didn't they? We used to go in there a fair bit. And that one that then became like a Wimpy or a curry house, didn't it? On the corner there, on the traffic lights as you go over the road. So you come out of Seven Sisters Station, that first pub on the left there. Right on the corner.
Yeah.
Remember? There used to be a pub there. That's quite decent as well. I met Jens in there a few times. That's where I used to meet you, Jens.
Near the
wasn't it?
bookies.
Yeah. Do you remember what that was called? Do you remember what that pub was called?
No idea.
So many pubs have gone these days. It's not good.
Yeah.
I've got to say the Bell and Air when it was when they had the little shed with the cans.
Yeah,
Fella and the bird.
The fella and the bird. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably got a little bit more commercialised. But
They
yeah,
used to sell the cans, didn't they, for a quid? Was it a quid? I think it was a quid, wasn't it? Yeah,
I
a couple
think
of quid
it's
for a beer.
250.
That's good
something
there.
like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
£2,
good.
£2.50.
And Trigger
The
used to be
number
in there, didn't he?
Yeah.
You used to see Trigger in the corner.
Yeah.
And that bird from the old Trust, her and her mates, and Gam and Gob, her mate. Cat Law and Gam and Gob. That's the end of White Hart Memory Lane. I'll have to knock that up into some shape and put it on our channel under the rest of them of Kev's and Rez's ones. Thank you, Gazza, for candidly answering the questions.